Hey, what's up, my fellow friendly souls? I'm coming back to you with another video. I feel like it's been a little while since I've released a video, so I released a good positive message out there for you. So let's get back into it. I wanted to talk to you guys today about recently I had me and my partner experienced our first not big separation, but I mean, yeah, kind of our first distance away from each other this past week when he went on a trip to Taiwan. So I just kind of wanted to reflect on that and kind of share how I continued to be in my power and continue to be divine and carry all those values that I still carry with me, even while my other half was not with me. But maintaining, the balance and the clarity until my half was able to get back home. So being able to take on that kind of peace and stillness, it was definitely very easy at first, going home and getting reacquainted. It was very it was smooth. It was, in my head, not too big of a deal. It was gonna, in my head, fly by time, and I was still gonna get the stuff that I needed to get done and still take care of myself the way I needed to and I know to get done. And all of that was taken care of, so I guess this video is more of a staying in your power, even though we can struggle and we can have moments of weakness. So yeah, but definitely I was making sure that communication was clear on all ends with my partner and with work and with my family and loved ones at home, making sure that the air was cleared about any and every question they may have had, being that I hadn't been home in a while. So it was just fun, interesting to catch up with them. And staying in my power at work was very much, I think, even continuing to stay in my power today, even while my partner is back. I think it was just very much showed me a lesson of being present and aware and in the moment and conscious of what I'm doing and my actions, and really committing to doing what I'm going to do, but also being detached from any of that, because what I accomplish is not a definition of who I am. It does not determine my success. It does not determine how worthy or what's the word I'm looking for? Or like I said, like successful that I'll be. And yeah, I can do a really great job that night at work and say, oh my gosh, I killed it, I helped everybody. But also saying, wow, I was able to provide a need, and say thank you to myself for getting through another night of work, and say tomorrow's another day. I hope the sun will be shining just as bright and the air will be just as nice, and that I'll be able to get what I need to get done all over again. It's really finding that strength to create that routine and that schedule for yourself. I'm really taking deep about what you want your life to mean for you. I know that it's important it's very important for our souls that we cut away from any of the superficial or surface level stuff, including money, possessions, and all that, including where we work and what we drive and where we live. It's all about going within, recentering yourself and figuring what's really gonna feed me today. What's gonna satiate me? What's gonna make me feel to the best of my ability, whether that be a walk, 10-minute walk, or 5 minutes, 15-minute swim, or even a 10-minute drive to somewhere I've never been to before, and taking in, meditating, just getting that sunlight and those nutrients that we get from the sun rays. But what I was saying about going out is just being comfortable with yourself and being comfortable with your own energy, being able to delight in yourself, whether you're with someone or whether you're not. And that has a lot to do with being still and being at peace with yourself, and also realizing that the only thing that matters is what you have an effect on. Wouldn't we want to have an effect on things in a good way, right? So I'm constantly making those changes to make sure that I'm putting positive effects in my environment and surroundings to create my reality, my reality for myself. However, other people may be different, but that's their reality. And all you can control is what you do. So, I think that's pretty awesome, because even though someone may not be having the best moment, something you do or say or even just give off could change that and could inspire a change in them. I know I always say that. I know I've said that a few times. I can't say I've always said that, but I know I've said that a few times. But it's so amazing to see when you're really creating change for yourself, inputting that in your life, and then also just making sure that it reflects on you. Make sure that you're always constantly working towards it, because growing is not something you just do one day and then the next you're like, okay, well, I did that yesterday, today I get to rest. No, it's something you constantly have to work at, and something that you're constantly gonna have to look inward to and do work on, whether it be our frustrations or triggers, or even talking, communication, whatever kind of work that we have to do on ourselves. I think it's beneficial if we work on that for ourselves, and it's definitely going to benefit not only yourself but just your surroundings, because you're going to start to attract that which matches you, which means those who are aligned with you. And hopefully we can only say that those that are aligned with us are also continuing to grow too. So they'll continue to grow with us, or we'll outgrow them. But either way, we're supposed to love each moment, be present in each moment of our life. Take it as a lesson. No shaming or judging yourself or putting yourself down for bad judgment or bad decisions, because we're still working at it. And if you really didn't like the outcome of something this time, you know that next time you're gonna work harder at it. You're gonna work harder at it because you didn't like the way it felt that time. So this time I'm gonna do everything that I can to get the outcome that I actually wanted. Alright guys, I feel like that was a lot of talking, and maybe in a bunch of different directions, but I'm definitely glad I got to share this with you guys today. I did some meditating before this so that I can really be in clarity of what I wanted to speak on. And mostly I think today is more of a message from me to you on my journey from this past week, and what I learned and what I'm constantly pushing to do for myself, which is obviously like just more discipline, more self-love, because along with discipline it shows self-love. We're taking care of yourself, you're being disciplined enough to say, okay, even though you don't want to do this today, you're gonna do it today because, hey, I'm telling you, it's gonna help you feel better. It's kind of like being a mother to your own self. Your mother and your parents make you do things that sometimes you don't want to do, but at the end of the day, usually, it's not the case with everybody, but usually your parents just have your best interest in mind, and they just want the best for you. Which, when we start to get older, we have to start to look out for ourselves. But don't forget don't forget your loved ones. You can take care of yourself and realize that love is all around you. You just have to accept it and be grateful. I really feel like I've gotten off base here, but I'm sure it all fits in together. Thank you guys for coming again, and for supporting my videos. I know that my messages are usually a tiny bit shorter, but I know that today this is a good message because I did the work internally to conjure up the lessons that I was learning. And maybe somebody will take this personally and say, hey, I also need to work on that too. But who knows? If not, I'm just sharing my journey, and it's beautiful to be on my journey. And I'd love to hear the input of yours. You guys let me know what I should, what kind of things you guys like to hear next. Maybe I'll take some suggestions. But yeah, so thanks for listening. You guys take that seed, plant it right in your backyard, water it some, and let it grow into the beautiful tree that you know it is gonna be. As long as you continue to water it and be conscious of it. As long as, you know, the tree is our learning. So as long as we're being conscious and actively wanting to grow, then your tree will grow. And it will grow the sweetest fruits you've ever thought of. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I think that's going to be all for today. Bye.